Hello, my dear outspoken students. Today I welcome you to the Practical English channel for the teaching of writing part. That is letter writing. Letter, what is letter? Letter is a means of communication. It is one kind of means of communication, isn't it? Letter, two types of letters are there, One is informal letter, number two is formal letter, isn't it? Informal means you have to write letter to your friends, parents, uncles, etc. Informal way you have to write it. But formal letter means official purpose. Official purpose, what you are writing, that is the formal letter. But formal letter, if you see the formal letter, you will find different categories. But today's our description, today's our learning, that is the letter, a letter to the editor. It is one kind of formal letter writing, isn't it? So, please remember a letter to the editor. That means first we have to understand who is editor, isn't it? Editor means, that means who edits the news on a newspaper, isn't it? Newspaper, editor of a newspaper, isn't it? That means we are going to write a letter to the editor of any newspaper, isn't it? Okay, now come to, that means of editor means of daily printed publications, especially what? Newspapers. We will find editor the newspapers. Okay, now what is the aim of writing a letter to the editor of a newspaper? What is the aim? Will he solve any problem? Will the editor solve our problem? If yes, how? If not, how? Okay, our main focus is that why will we write a letter to the editor? That means sometimes you are facing a lot of problems, isn't it? At that time, you are speaking to the concerned authority. Sometimes they are not listening. You are going to the higher authority, still then he is not listening. Then, what you are doing, what you are using? You are using the media platform. That means newspaper. You are going to highlight the problems. That means if the problem will be highlighted, then definitely all will know. Then the chance of something, the solution will come, isn't it? So, what we will writing white to a letter to the editor. That means you have to highlight a problem. Anything occurred, anything happened, but the problem came, but problem is not going to be sorted out. So, what? In letter to the editor, you will highlight the problem. What is the problem? Okay, then to indicate the cause and effect of the problem, that means what are the causes of the problem and what are the effects of the problem. First you should indicate the problem, what is its cause you have to indicate, then you have to indicate what? Effect. Okay, then suggest, don't give only the problems. With the problems you have to give the solutions, the best solutions you have to give. That means those readers will get the chance to get the solution, and the concerned authority will also think about the solutions, isn't it? So, don't ask the editor to solve the problem. That means you are writing a letter to the editor, means the editor will not solve your problem. So, don't tell the editor, this is my problem, you solve it. That means editor will publish your views, isn't it? When he will publish your views, that means views will go to the, that means your concern will go to the concerned authority. So, strictly it is said, don't ask editor. Editor will not do. Editor's work is only to publish. Okay. The language should be polite and firm. That means what type of language you are using that letter, that should be very polite. Clear? Then raise the social issues only. Here, don't raise your personal issues, social issues, in which issues all are facing the problem. That means that is the social issues. Raise only the social issues. Clear? Okay. Then come to the format of a letter writing. Letter writing means which? A letter to the editor. A special format is there. That means number 1 serially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like this I have given. Okay, you carefully remember it. What you will do? Now sender's complete address in the left side, in a paper of the left side. First you keep a margin. After that in the left side, sender's complete address. Clear? Who is sending? Suppose I am telling you, write a letter to the editor of the Deccan Herald, Nagpur, regarding many unlawful activities going on in your area during lockdown due to COVID-19 pandemic. You are Prithviraj of Kalyanpur, Simgaon, Nagpur. Also give your suggestions to curb such activities. That means here sender's address means who is sender's address? It may be Prithvi or Prithviraj. Address, what is that? Kalyanpur, Simoga, Nagpur. That means here sender's address. After sender's address, then you mention the date. What the date is going on? In which date you are going to write? You mention it. Then the editor. The editor. Editor means who edits the news, who will publish your news. Okay, editor. After editor, the dash, it is the name of the newspaper's name. Then Hindustan Times. Sometimes we are telling Hindustan Times. Don't tell Hindustan Times. Tell the Hindustan Times. The Hindu. The Indian Express. The Deccan Herald. That means okay. The editor, the Indian Express or the Hindu, then the place where it is going to be published. Suppose the paper is publishing from what? Guwahati. Likho. But the question is here, the Deccan Herald, Nagpur, you can write. The editor, the Deccan Herald, Nagpur. Clear? Then subject. Then subject means from the question. From the question you will get the subject. Am I right? From the question you will get the. Suppose here write a letter to the editor, Deccan Herald, Nagpur, mean unlawful activities. What will be the subject? The subject will be unlawful activities during lockdown period. That should be very small and eye-catching. That should be what? That should be very small and eye-catching. That means subject completed. Subject you will get from the question, isn't it? Then respected sir, or esteemed sir, or dear sir, or sir, or ma'am, _1. That means respected sir. Okay, number 5. After that, sender's address, then date, then editor, the name of the newspaper. Before the newspaper, please remember the, you should use the, article the, then the place, then subject you will get from the question, then respected sir. It is the format. After that, number 6 point come to how you will start introduction part. How you will start? You can do like this. Format is given, you can do. Okay, let me draw the attention of the concerned authority. You one kind. Or let me draw the attention of the concerned authority, or permit me to voice my strongest views to the concerned authority. In number 2, number 1, in number 2. At a time you cannot write all. Anyone, I have given option. Okay, up to this one. Or if you are not interested to write this, then you can start, permit me to voice my strongest views to the concerned authority. If you are not satisfied in this sentence, that means you can also use this one. Let me express my concern through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. Okay, everywhere. Let me draw the attention of the concerned authority through the, here, through the column of your esteemed newspaper is compulsory. Okay, it is one kind of format. You can use anyone. Let me draw the attention of the concerned authority through the column of your esteemed newspaper. It is the starting. Or, in my own opinion, you can write this, through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I would like to highlight the problems and draw the kind attention of the concerned authority as your paper has the leadership over the readership. That means I can suggest this. All are right. All are right. All are right. I think if you write, it will be better. Word limit is also there. Language style is also there. No problem. But you can also use this one. Let me draw. If you are thinking your problems are more because you have to obey the word limits. So it is also right. And in number 6, anyone you can write, no problem. Okay, my dear students. Okay, it is the first part. After first part, then what will come to? Body of the letter. That means in the body of the letter, that means middle part. What you will do? Now you will express the problems. What was the problem? Okay, lockdown was the problem. You know, COVID-19 pandemic situation was the problem. During that problem, what the problem was going on? Now, unlawful activities. Different kinds of theft, different kinds of unlawful, which is not lawful accepted. That is happening. Problems, cause, what is happening? Then effects, what are the effect of the unlawful activities? You have to mention here. And solutions. And you will give the right solutions. What do you think? Okay, solutions. You have to give the solutions. If you only keep the problems, then how the solution will come? You should suggest some solutions. Okay. Here in the middle part, body part, that means you will keep your views on problems, cause, effects and solutions. That means it is written in 150 words. If word limit is 150 to 200, within 150 words, you keep it this. Okay. Then after body part, one line or two line is required. If you think, you can write. If you don't think, you cannot write. I have written here. Last part what? Now, as it is thought provoking, the bright side should be taken care of properly. That means I am thinking about for the bright side, not the dark side. You will mention it. Okay, one line in every, you can use it. Okay, then to come to the concluding part. Last, when you are going to conclude the letter, then what will you write? I hope the concerned authority. Who is the concerned authority? I hope the concerned authority will consider these views or my views in right earnest and take immediate steps at the earliest. You can write this. You can write this while you are going to conclude the while you are going to conclude the letter. At that time you can write this. Otherwise, another sentence is written. That means I request you. That means you are requesting to the editor of a newspaper, requested to highlight it, to highlight my problems, highlight the problems, highlight the social issue. So that the authorities will be sensitized. That means the concerned department. Suppose electric problem you are writing. That means concerned department, electric department will get sensitized. Otherwise, you are writing about the lockdown, unlawful activities is going on. That means who will be more sensitized? The police department will be sensitized. That means I request you to highlight it so that the authorities will be sensitized for doing the needful at their earliest. Why? Now, for the benefit of the people, for the benefit of the society. You can also end this one, but at a time or I have written. That means at a time you cannot write both. You can choose this one or that one. Like that, you can choose from 6 number anyone or 7 number. You can choose. It is after. That means now your letter got concluded. Okay. After that what? Then come to what? Number 9 complete one. Number 10. Number 10 means complementary closing. That means you are going to close that means complementary closing you will give. That means thanking you or thank you. Already it is written. Thank you. Okay. Then yours truly. My dear students, please remember, I have seen many students are writing yours like this. Why you are apostrophe S. It is clearly wrong. It is clearly wrong. Many students are habituated with this. How they are getting, I don't know. Because if you check 100 copies, at least 40 or 60 copies will be like that. So yours, no apostrophe. So yours truly or sincerely or yours faithfully or in faith yours, you can write it. It is the conclude. That means it is complementary closing. After that, signature. You don't write signature. Only on the top you will write the name. You write your name only, because on the beginning, in the beginning, you have given your complete address. Clear? Then, and my dear students, please remember, while you are writing a letter to the police officer or superintendent of the police, are you writing a letter in 2 pages? No, in 1 page. You are writing the letter. Like that, you try to write this type of letter in the examination paper in 1 page. It will be better, because sometimes what happens, I have seen, suppose I have started my writing from the reading part, and when I am going to the writing part, in this page half page is there and other rest page is required. So at that time you decide yourself, in such a way I will manage, that means 1 page my letter writing will be. Okay, if you keep it in your mind, definitely no problem. Again, within a short span of time we will discuss. First, sender's address, you will get it from the question. If the sender's address is given in the question, you directly write that address. If in the question there are no sender's address, you can use any address, your address. Okay, then date, in which date you are going to write, then the editor, and sometimes the question is coming the National Delhi, write a letter to the editor of National Delhi. National Delhi means in nation level which papers are daily published. That means it may be Indian Express. If the newspaper name is not given, you have to choose any newspaper. If the newspaper's name has been given, you have to write here, as here what is given, the Deccan Herald, the newspaper's name is given, and the place is also given, Nagpur. Okay, clear? Then subject you will choose from the question. Then come to the respected sir, you can write respected sir. After that, subject, respected sir. And another thing I am telling you, here I have forgotten to tell you, that means in some books you have seen first respected sir coming, then subject is coming, then there is no problem. But sometimes you have seen that first subject is coming, then respected sir is coming, then there is no problem. It's over your own choice. It depends your own choice. Which one you feel comfort, you can use that, but there is no problem. But most of essays are written like this: subject, respected sir, and nowadays you will find respected sir, then subject. But don't get confusion, you choose anyone. Okay, then after that what happened? Then introduction part, that means number 6, anyone you have to choose. But suppose I choose this, let me draw the attention of the concerned authority through the column of your esteemed newspaper. It becomes very short. Okay, I think if you choose this, through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I would like to highlight the problems and draw the kind attention of the concerned authority, as your paper has the leadership over the readership. It is one. Then body part, already discussed body part. You have to focus on problems, cause, effects and solutions. Then last part, if you like, you can write this. If you don't like, don't write, no problem. It depends upon the question. Okay, then concluding part, 2 options are given. This one is one option and second one is this option. In which one you like, in your own way, you can use that. Then thank you. After thank you, complimentary closing will come. After complimentary closing, what you will write, yours truly or sincerely. That means don't write like this, YOUR apostrophe. Don't write like this. Okay, these are the silly mistakes you are doing. Okay, then signature means don't write the signature. After thanking you, you write your name. A writer, only name only, because all things are given. Now the homework is for you. I have written, read the homework, write a letter. That means if you understood, that means I tell you, definitely you will be able to write this letter to the editor. Write a letter to the editor of the Deccan Herald, Nagpur, regarding many unlawful activities. Already I have discussed, I will not tell you. Activities going on in your area during lockdown due to COVID-19 pandemic. and you are Prithvi. No one will write his name. You, if you are a girl, you can write your name Prithvi, or if you are a girl student, then boy, then you can write Prithviraj. That means address is given. That means from here we will see that here sender's address will be Prithvi, Kalyanpur, Shimoga, Nagpur. Okay, then the editor the Deccan Herald, Nagpur, this much. Then subject you will choose eye catching from the question, then respected sir, then you will start like this. This is the homework. Did you understand anything else? Is there any problem? Again tomorrow we will meet with a new concept. Thank you. If you like, then try to subscribe it and share it. Thank you.